Good evening. Welcome to a brand new day by Marcda. This is a new day, our channel. I have my nephew here with me. His name is
Hi.
he's Marckel, and we decided that we're gonna do this this video together. He's been excited because he's been on before, but today he wants to do it with me, right? Okay. How old are you, Marckel?
7.
What grade are you?
First grade.
First grade. What is your favorite thing to do?
Math and recess.
Math and recess. We all love recess. Why do you love math so much?
Cause I get all the answers right.
You get all the answers right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So do you want to do something for the people? Do you want to recite the books of the Bible?
Yes.
Okay, Marckel is gonna try to recite the books of the Bible. Marckel used to be one of my students when I used to teach. He was my student, and he wants to recite the books of the Bibles for you. It's been almost 3 years since he left that school, so I don't know if he still remembers it, but he had that foundation, so hopefully he could still remember it. Do you want to start?
Yes.
Go ahead.
The
books of the Bible?
The books of the Bibles are the New Testaments and
Genesis.
And Genesis.
What are they? Genesis, Leviticus.
And
you see, you forgot them.
I remember 2.
Yeah, but you don't remember the whole thing. You used to be able to say all the 66 books of the Bible.
Yes,
that means you haven't been practicing. Do you want to say it with me?
Yeah.
All right. The books of the Bible are Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, 1 King, 2 King, 1 Chronicle, 2 Chronicle, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job, Psalms, Proverb, Ecclesiastic, Song of Solomon, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentation, Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi. The New Testament: Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, Romans, 1 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, 1 Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians, 1 Timothy, 2 Timothy, Titus, Philemon, Hebrews, James, 1 Peter, 2 Peter, 1 John, 2 John, 3 John, Jude, Revelation. You see what happens when we don't practice something? If you don't practice it every day, you lose it because you were able to say it before all of them. So, what happened? You don't practice it anymore? Okay, well, you have to start practicing it. So, what is your favorite book in the Bible?
Luke.
Luke, why?
Because it's my middle name.
Because it's your middle name?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what would you like to share with the people today? Is there any story you like to tell them?
Yeah.
What is it?
I want to read the Bible.
You want to read the Bible?
Yeah.
Well, listen, people, my subscribers, today Marckel say he wants to read the Bible. Marckel is in the second grade?
First grade.
First grade. He's in the first grade and he wants to read the Bible. So what do you want to read for them?
John.
John. All right. You want to read from your little book or from the Bible?
The Bible, because this one is prayers.
This one is prayers. When you finish, would you like to read a prayer for us?
Yeah.
Excuse my mom. She was just there, so I had to send her away. So, when he's done reading the Bible for you, he's gonna read a prayer for you. Hopefully you are enjoying this special little videos that we are doing today. So Mark, I'm looking for you. What passage do you want to read?
John.
John what?
John 12.
John 12?
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully it is something good for the people.
Since I know how to read,
You gotta speak really loud so they can hear you.
Okay.
John 12 is right here.
John 12. 6 days before the Passover arrived,
Right here, ceremonies.
ceremonies began. Jesus arrived in
Bethany.
Bethany, where
Lazarus.
Lazarus was, the man he had brought back to life. To a banquet was
Prepared.
prepared in Jesus' honor. Martha
Served.
served the
Lazarus.
Sat at the table with him. 3. Then Mary took a jar of costly perfume made from essence of nard and anointed Jesus'
Feet.
with it, had whipped them with her hair,
Wiped them.
with her hair, and the house was filled with fragrances. 4. But Judas
Iscariot.
one of his
Disciples.
the one who would
Betray.
him, said 5 that perfume that worth for
A fortune.
It should have been sold and the money given to a poor. 6. Not he cared for the poor, but he was in charge of the disciples' funds and often dipped into them for his own house.
His own use.
Jesus replied, Let her alone. She did it in preparation for my
Burial.
8. You can always help the poor, but I won't be with you very long.
Can we stop there?
Yeah.
All right. So Marckel read from John 12, where it started to talk about the 6 days before the Passover ceremony. Jesus arrived to Bethany, and there at Bethany, Lazarus was there. We all know who Lazarus is. Lazarus was the man who died for 3 days, and Jesus raised them back to life. And then there was also, you want to say something?
Yeah, that was my grandma's Bible word search. I was playing it.
Okay, you were playing that?
Yeah.
All right, and then it also talks about Mary and Martha. It talked about Mary.
I know.
Mary was the one who took the costly perfume, which smells really good, and anointed with Jesus' feet. He anointed with
And Mary was the one who made Jesus.
Okay, that's another Mary. That's another Mary. So we're talking about the Mary who took the costly perfume made from essence and anointed Jesus' feet with it and wiped it with her hair. And the house was filled with fragrance. It was smelling really good. And then we all know Judas Iscariot, who sold Jesus to his enemies, who betrayed Jesus. He had something to say. He said that why didn't you take that perfume and sell it and keep the money? But Jesus said, no. He said, I am right here with you, and Mary is actually preparing for my burial. She did this. He says that you can always help the poor, but I wouldn't be here very long. Jesus knew that he wasn't going to be here very long. As we also, and remembering, and as we are getting ready to celebrate Easter, we're going to remember the sacrifice that Jesus did for us. And Mary showed her love by using that costly perfume. Sometimes you might want to do something special for the Lord. You might want to do something good for the Lord, and you might have those friends who tells you, no, you don't have to do that. Maybe it's a special offering that you want to give to the church. Maybe it's something special that you want to do for the church, but then your friends or your family might say, oh, what's wrong with you? Why don't you give that money to someone else? Why don't you take that money and buy yourself something? You don't have to give it to the church. A lot of people tend to criticize those who like to give to the church. But as Mary did, Mary proved her love to Jesus by using that expensive perfume and pour it onto Jesus' feet. And that is something that Jesus took mark on. And it was something special that is written in the Bible. So I hope that all of you will leave a mark. And those of you who have children, you can also start by reading the Bible with them and allowing them to pray, and also teaching them, God's way. And because the Bible say, if you start early with them, if you start training them in the Word of God, they will not depart when they get older. So Marckel here, he's download an app. And when I came here this afternoon, he said, Ms.Marcda, can you tell me how many disciples Jesus had? And I told him it was 12 disciples. And he's playing that game. He decided to do that. Instead of allowing your kids to play on the phone, playing all sort of games, stuff that is violence, stuff that's gonna destroy their little brain, and stuff that they're not supposed to be seeing, you can download that app for them and allow them to learn the Word of God. So we're gonna have Marckel.
I have a coloring one.
Yeah, you have a coloring one, and we're gonna allow Marckel to read his prayer, his little book of prayer. So you're gonna read the prayer. You gotta read out loud so they can hear you. Okay?
Earth, teach me stillness as the grasses are stilled with light. Earth, teach me
Suffering
as old stones suffer with memory. Earth, teach me
humility
with blossoms are humble with beginning. Earth, teach me caring as the mother who succors her young. Earth, teach me courage as the tree which stands all alone. Earth, teach me limitation as the ant which crawls on the ground.
All right, thank you so much, Marckel. Marckel read this, how the earth is teaching us so many different things, and Yeah, how many?
6.
6. He read 6 different things that the earth teaches us. All right, and there's more. And his prayer, you're gonna read the rest, or you're just gonna keep the 6?
I'm just gonna keep the 6 because there's 5 more.
Okay. Thank you, Marckel. So I hope that you enjoy Marckel today, spending some time with me. And just, Marckel is my partner. He always does these little blogs, these little video blogs with me. You might have noticed Marckel before in my previous videos. So Marckel, you want to say hi to the people?
Hi.
All right, so this is goodbye. Thank you for your time. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for supporting me. And we love you. Can we
Those are rhyming words.
Those are rhyming words. Thank you for supporting me. And thank you for your time. We love you. Have a good evening. Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Have a blessed evening.